There are two lines in the water right now. One's a diplomatic line, trying to find a way to end this regime diplomatically that will advance our national security interest. The other line is the military option. I think President Trump is looking for which line can catch the biggest fish. Bottom line is we're into weeks, not months, in terms of decision making. The Iranian people are hanging on. I attended a rally of 250,000 people in Munich. It's one of the most satisfying experiences of my professional life. To have 250,000 people want to know who I was and appreciate what I was doing. I'm back. I come here every 2 weeks where I need to or not. Why did I come this time? To put a fine point of where we're at as a world regarding the Iranian regime. The Iranian Ayatollah and his murderous regime are at their weakest point since 1979. Their economy is in shambles, their military has been degraded, there are people in the streets, Iranian people in the streets demanding an end to oppression. All these forces are coming together. We must meet the moment. If this regime falls in the coming weeks or months, two things will attribute to it. October the 7th. Without October the 7th, I do not believe this regime would be as weak as it is today. What happened on October the 7th was horrible, it was horrific, and it will be part of the people of Israel's history as long as they're the people of Israel. But your determination out of the ashes of October 7th to give new meaning to never again, to go on the offensive to weaken the Iranian regime and their proxies is paying dividends. The response of Israel after October 7th to make sure never again was credible has led to the weakest regime in Iran since 1979. The second event, the rise of the people. The people in Iran have gone to the streets without weapons. Maybe 30,000 or more have been killed to demand an end to their oppression. These two events, the bravery of the people of Iran who are saying, I've had it, I want change, and the response of Israel to October 7th have led to the potential demise of the Ayatollah. I can't think of a more satisfying event for me personally than see the good people of Iran to be able to get their country back, to live in a place where they didn't have to worry about their daughter being murdered because she didn't wear the headscarf right on the bus, being able to be part of the world, not isolated from the world, being able to embrace the light and not be overshadowed by the darkness. I look forward to a day when Israel no longer has to fear a nuclear weapon being developed by the Iranian regime. The best answer to all the problems created by Iran is regime change. The best answer is for the people to take the place of the Ayatollah. I do not believe they're in the streets to build more nuclear weapons. I think they're in the streets to have a better life. I don't think they're in the streets to purify Islam and destroy Israel and come after us, the great Satan. They're in the streets to have normalcy in a life that's not normal. So my view is the risk of regime change is real. There are unknowns, but let me just say this. I'm willing to take that risk. I think the Iranian people have the potential to be a great ally of the United States, Israel, and the region. I think the Ayatollah, as long as he's alive and around, will be chanting death to America. And will be trying to enact a religious agenda of purify Islam, destroy Israel, come after us. He's a religious Nazi. Hitler wanted a master race. The Ayatollah wants a master religion. And we're not going to give it to him. We're going to fight back. To the brave people of Israel, I know you're hurt very hard, very wide, and very deep on October the 7th. Here to tell you we're on the verge of eliminating the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the region. And with the fall of Iran comes the fall of Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. The ripple effect is enormous. Normalization becomes far more likely. If the Ayatollah survives, all got to help the region. So my presence here today is to reassure the Israeli people there is no light or gaps between President Trump and Bibi about what to do and how to do it. There are two lines in the water right now. One's a diplomatic line, trying to find a way to end this regime diplomatically that will advance our national security interest. The other line is the military option. I think President Trump is looking for which line can catch the biggest fish. Bottom line is we're into weeks, not months, in terms of decision making. The Iranian people are hanging on. I attended a rally of 250,000 people in Munich. It's one of the most satisfying experiences of my professional life. To have 250,000 people who know who I was and appreciate what I was doing. Apparently I'm commonly referred to as Uncle Lindsey in Iran, and apparently that's a good thing. But this hat, "Make Iran Great Again," says a lot in a very few words. By the way, the idea of making Iran great again hat came from Morgan Ortega, who's not with us, but she thought this would be a good branding, and she was right. And this hat one day will go to Tehran. I look forward to delivering it to the people of Tehran. And President Trump, when asked about what this hat means and says, he said, I think what Senator Graham is trying to say is that the best way to make Iran great again is through the people, not the Ayatollah. I think he's right. So my hope is that in the coming weeks, if we can't find a diplomatic solution, that we engage in a great endeavor, supporting the people of Iran, demanding their freedom and the end of their oppression. We have military capabilities second to none. There is no more clever nation on the planet than Israel. There's no more powerful nation on the planet than the United States. As to the Iranian regime, you're weak because of your ideas. You're weak because of the way you've treated your people. You're weak because you're evil. Eventually, good will replace evil in Iran. To those who may participate in this endeavor, God bless you. God keep you safe, if that day does come. Could our soldiers be hit in the region? Absolutely they could. Can Iran respond if we have an all-out attack? Absolutely they can. I think the risk associated with that is far less than the risk associated with blinking and pulling the plug and not helping the people as you promised. We told them to go back in the street, keep protesting, help us on the way. We have to be good to our word. So this trip is a special trip for me. It's putting a fine point on something I've been working on for over 2 years. I leave from here to go to the United Arab Emirates. Bibi wanted me to tell the press that he's amazed by the level of cooperation and the significance of the partnership of the United Arab Emirates with Israel. That NBC has done everything asked and then some. That they've been a stalwart partner, reliable partner under difficult circumstances. And I want to go there tomorrow and acknowledge NBC's leadership and suggest that America improved its capability to defend the United Arab Emirates and the region. I will then go to Saudi Arabia. I believe that the Crown Prince still has the same vision for the region he did before October 7th. But October 7th has taken its toll. And at the end of the day, if the regime is still standing after all this bluster, October 7th was a strategic win for Iran and radical Islam. If the regime falls as a result of the pressure put on the regime by Israel and the United States after October 7th, combined with the uprising of people demanding a better life, then that would be the biggest change in the Mideast in 1,000 years. I am leaving here confident of the capability of the United States and Israel, if called upon, to deliver a decisive blow to the Iranian regime. I am hopeful that diplomacy may prevail yet. Either way, our date with history, our date with a new destiny for the Mideast is upon us.